You ever had one of those moments? Where you're sitting there with God and God's just breaking you down, breaking through the pride, the arrogance, the self-righteousness, the sin, and you don't know what to do. You feel like on one level it's peace, because it's like, I'm so thankful that God is doing this, and it's just relieving. But then on the other side, it's like you want to shout because God is giving you deliverance and freedom from what you've cried for and prayed for. But then on the other side, you're crying because it's like it hurts so bad that God is doing this to you. And all you want to do is run out of the room because you're not sure if you want to stay there. And all God is trying to do in that moment is redefine power in your life. Redefine the fact that, guess what? You're not in control. I am. You're not the one that makes the decision. I am. Why don't you just submit and grab the towel? Why don't you just surrender and give it to me? Because in that moment, when the power of God comes into place, it does. I know we've all had those moments in life where it's like, it's been a hard road. And we've struggled, and it's been difficult. And we don't know what to do, and we don't have the answers sometimes, and we seem to keep circling the mulberry bush and coming back to the same response. Oh, this is stupid. Like, I've already done this before. Hello. And then all of a sudden, instead of, you know how a dog does? Like, they always, like, why are you doing that? And then like, you just did this 5 times, and then you lay down. You could have just done it once and laid right. That's how we are. We're just circling around. Wonder what we're going to do. And we just keep going around and around and around and feel like we get absolutely nowhere. And all God wants us to do is, instead of going around and around and around, is sit down and be still and say, okay, God, I've gone around this mulberry bush one too many times. What are you trying to show me? Why are you washing my feet, God? And God, in his power and his sovereignty and his love and his care and his kindness to his brothers and sisters and sons and daughters of God, says, I need to redefine power. If you'll just sit here and let me wash your feet, then you'll be able to serve me in the kingdom. Let me do what I need to do to be powerful in your life. And in that moment, every one of those emotions are going to come out. You're going to cry. You're going to probably shake. You're probably going to come to a point where it's like, it's hard, and it's like, I want to cry, and I want to shout, and I want to run, and I want to do all of it. Because God's doing something in my life. See, in that moment, power is redefined.